This video is for Terry and Jessica and Cindy, just to show you how far I've come on my book. Your books are going to be a little bit different because I don't like the way this cover turned out at all. It was supposed to look like fake leather, but it just looks like a mess to me. But I'm going to live with it for a while until I decide to change it. At least to get my book together. And I lined it on the inside with some paper. Starting off with the kit was printed and there's all this white because it was like 5x7, so I just stenciled all along here different stencils to subdue the white. I think it looks a lot better. Anyway, that was just, and then this one was a placement of the altar. On the inside of some of these pages is a form you can plan your own rituals. There's several of those through the book. I had several of those put on the pages. This was a picture in the kit. It's just the sun and the way the planet looks going around the sun. And then we started with Yule. So there's a couple of photos of Yule, pictures off the internet. Here's a little pocket with information. And I'm going to put your pockets in, but I think I'm going to let you do your own picture placements. And I'll have the ones that are specific seasons. I'll have them clipped together so you know for sure which ones go. Because some of them you don't know if it's Mabon or if it's another harvest or whatever. Anyway, but I went with what the internet said. This was a pocket that was in the kit. It's just a little tiny one, and it's got a smooth, glossy finish, so probably have to use a marker pen to do any writing on it. And then I don't know if I've got enough these kind of printed pages for you guys, so I think I might just, I'm going to do something else. You might just get another tea-dye paper or something. And then I made several pockets throughout out of music paper because I have a lot of that. And I made these tags. They call them tags. They're like bookmarks, or you can use them for whatever. Okay. This was a picture in the kit. This was a picture off the internet. I did a little bit of edge binding there. This is a page from the kit. So I got that smooth surface, so we'll probably need a marker pen, I think, to write on it. I'll see about supplying some of those. This is another ritual page to plan. This is part of a white lunch bag that I tea-dyed, and this one had somebody else's name on it. There was leftover from a Girl Scout thing, so I had to put something down here to cover that up. But Candlemas pictures, okay. And this one was one from the kit. I just stuck them in randomly. I think I'm going to let you guys decide where you want your pictures. That would be better. And then you can just do them when you wanted. I will probably put in some of these. There's some sheets that are just for writing, and on some of these pages that don't have writing space, it would be good to just cover them up with some writing space. So you can do some journaling. This is an envelope that I embossed and then kind of stamped. And in this envelope, I used a tea bag and I sewed it around. I used tea bag and it's got whole cloves in it. So this book smells good too. There's a couple other surprises down the line too. Anyway, here's a page. This is actually an envelope. And I just put some lace down here. I have plenty of that, so that kind of delineates if there's an opening. There's nothing in here, so there's a lot of places for you to write and add your own stuff as time goes on. Here's one then on Ostera. I have to get where I can read it. And see, and there's a little pocket with some little note cards up here. These are tea-dyed too, so they all look old. Here's the other side of that thing. It's like herbal, and you can make some comments about herbs that you use or something. And see, wherever it is, I've been stenciling. And this one is a spell for true dreams and a spell for protection. Okay, and then here we come back to that ritual page, planning page. This is another little envelope. You can put something in there. I haven't included anything, but you can do a little note to yourself. And so when my pictures get in here, they'll be glued in. They're not right now. the other part of that little sack. There's nothing on this one. There is later on, I think. Here's another pocket with a what they call a tag, and it's just you know, put things together and stick them in the tag for you. It's like a bookmark. This one is a glassine envelope, and this one has got some extra pieces of the things to cut out that I couldn't find places for. So here again, I'll probably just put this in here and let you do some of your own gluing wherever you want them. And then we come to Beltane. Okay, and there's several Beltane little things in here. And here's another page then on an herbal. And see the neat stuff. Now you can smack another page on here so you can write on it. When you get some of these other pages, like this would be a good writing surface if you wanted to take some notes on things and just write in here or put a poem or whatever you want to do for commemorating stuff. Some of these, like I've put this little corner pocket down here. It doesn't show very well here, but it opens up and it's really a little place that you can write a note underneath this one's got a little froggy on it. I don't know what yours will have. And then there's a little tuck spot, and you can just put another little picture back here. Okay. And then here we go again with some more Beltane information. And here's another herbal sheet. And that's the end of the first section. So then the second section is going to start with a Wheel of the Year. And here's another ritual page on that. Here's another little pocket and card that was in the kit. And you can see that my page didn't come out quite right, but I went ahead and used it. Doesn't matter. So now we're into summer solstice, and so there's a little thing about summer solstice in here. And then there's nothing on this page, except I did a little sewing up here at the top corner. And I just have some little pictures. Here's another one of those edge things I did, and some pictures. And here's another one of those lunch sacks, white lunch sacks that I tea-dyed. Here's another little tiny pocket, and it's a little envelope, excuse me. And it doesn't have anything in it right now. Maybe you can figure out what to put in it. Here's one of these bigger envelopes, and it's got a little envelope that I made, or not envelope, little papers that I made, and I just used some of the papers in the kit and sewed up that on the top and put it in here. Now there's a bookmark in here. Yours will look better. I tried to copy one that was tea-dyed, and it didn't copy right, and I lost the other part of it, and I think I found the other part of it, and I will get to it soon. Here's some more. These are divination sheets. So if you do a reading and you want to keep notes on them, you can just tuck them in your book. Okay? And this envelope will hold some incense. I think I'll let you choose. I have a lot of incense, so maybe you can find one that you would like the smell of. I just stuck some in there. So Horace has been wanting to play with this book. Here's another tag with a for another pocket, for another bookmark. This list is a to-do list. I think I've got some little tiny paper clips, and I think a to-do list is something you might want to write on, and then you don't want to keep it in here all the time. So I might just put that in, or I might make several copies and then just clip them with a little tiny paper clip to the top of a page or something instead of doing that. But here's a page that you could maybe that needed to be glued on here for a writing spot. And here's another little pocket here. Here's a clear sheet. This is just that for the oven use. Anyway, it's escaped me what it's called, but for the oven, and I just put it in here. And here's the pocket then for Lammas. And here's the information about it. Here's the envelope. I've got some pictures for that. This was in the kit. I'm not sure what this all signifies. maybe we can discuss that at our ritual next time we're together. This was, looks like a shipwreck and stuff that they're hiding from. Now this is a neat pocket, and I'm going to do one in each, and then have to put tags in it. But it's a pocket that 4 tags could fit in. And I got this one down here so much it won't come out. So I'll have to get that out. Probably got some glue on it, so I'll have to kind of take that one out. Probably shoved it down when the glue was getting dried. This is neat. There's 4, and I'm not going to take them out, but there's 4 coloring book cards for how you say the lunasa. I don't know how you say that, but that's another llamas, the way they say llamas. And so there's nothing in this tuck spot. There's another little envelope up here. I think you just open up the top and stick something in. That's for you, a place for you. This one, my sheet was a little bit ripped, so I didn't worry about it. Here's another one of these little corner spots. I know you're not getting this whole thing real well, but you're getting the idea of it. And this is a bookmark or tag. And here's another envelope. This one has some other little just writing papers in it. This one, there was some cards that came with the kit. I say kit, they were just some papers to download, and that's what I downloaded and had printed. And they printed it on some pretty heavy stock for us. This was that paper that I used in the oven, so it's used paper. Here's just another blank page you can write on. Here's more of that herbal thing. Now we're done with section 2, signature 2, and signature 3. And we're going to start off, there's another Wheel of the Year. And then we're going to start off with Mabon. And so here's the envelope for that. And some pictures. Here's the third one of these where I just sewn down the edging on that. I made those things, by the way, just with some brown paper and little tiny strips of paper, just kept sewing them. So it's decoration, and it's free. It was stuff that was going to be thrown away. Here's another pocket with a bookmark on it, or a tag. Here's another place you can do some writing. Here's a place you can do some writing. Here's another envelope. This one has cinnamon bark in it, and it's just made with used tea bag, and it's sewn around on a back piece of paper. So here's some of our really neat paper, and our ritual form again. Another page that you can do something. Here's another pocket with another little. These were tea-dyed lined tablet papers, and yeah, they look old and cruddy, but that was the whole gist. Make it look old. Nope, nothing in this one. Someplace there was the Day of the Dead cards. I don't know what I did with them, but they're in here someplace. Ooh, that's the Naked Lady. I didn't have her quite right. I should have had her with Beltane. But this is Samhain, and so there's Happy Samhain. Here's Happy Samhain. Here's our Day of the Dead. Okay, there's a few cards in there. And there's room for more, so you can put your own in. That was Cindy's request. There is some Day of the Dead. And here's another one of these little envelopes. Here's another pack, and this one has a picture. It's a fall picture of, Samhain. Okay. And I love the crackleness of this glycine bag. When you get into it and mess with it, and crackles. Okay, there's another interesting page, the palm print. So there's our crows, and this is a writing page. This one again is another one of these corner little tuck spots, so you got some place to write, and another tag in here. And here's another pocket with 2 bookmarks in it, because I made a bunch of bookmarks, and I had 2 that go in that one. And just some more writing spots. And some more writing spots. And this one is basic steps for a ritual. So just some information, and you've got your own stuff too. And then here's another Wheel of the Year. And then I just did that spell for a True Dreams on the back of my book. And then here's my cover, the back cover of it, and see it sort of from a distance it might look like leather, but it just looks like something all pieced together, and it's pretty thick and pretty, I didn't need to make it quite so big, so my measurements were off quite a bit for the book, and see, my book was at the end. So my book was the experiment. Oops.